The hype surrounding Grand Theft Auto 6 has officially reached a historic boiling point. Every corner of the internet is hyper-fixated on what Rockstar Games is cooking up next, with Take-Two Interactive explicitly locking down that massive November 19th, 2026 launch window on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S. We are officially in the end game of the longest wait in video game history. Pre-orders are shattering records, digital spending is off the charts, and fans are turning into digital detectives. We are actively breaking down every single frame, hidden pixel, and background texture from the official footage just to piece together the sheer scale of the state of Leonida. This isn't just a video game launch anymore. It's a cultural phenomenon that is poised to break the entertainment industry wide open. Let's dive deep into exactly what makes this next-generation engine tick, and why the final product is going to fundamentally change how we perceive living, breathing, open worlds forever. At the absolute beating heart of this narrative is our new outlaw duo, Lucia and Jason. For the first time in a mainline Grand Theft Auto title, we are getting a deeply personal, high-stakes crime story built entirely around mutual trust, survival, and volatile partnership. The structural contrast in the footage gives us a definitive look at their journey. On one hand, you see the gritty reality of the correctional system, with Lucia dealing directly with the legal fallout of her crimes inside the prison walls. On the other hand, you see the absolute chaos of the freedom waiting on the outside. Their relationship isn't just a cinematic wrapper. It forms the backbone of how heists, safe house planning, and local street operations are executed. You'll be shifting from low-level convenience store cash grabs to meticulously planned, multi-stage heists mapped out on physical tactical boards with interactive surveillance feeds. The synergy between these two characters means your approach to crime has to evolve, forcing players to think like actual career criminals, working in a world that remembers your every move. What truly sets this entry apart from anything Rockstar has built in the past is the revolutionary leap forward in global simulation and non-player character artificial intelligence. Rumors and technical reports from inside the development pipeline indicate that the Rage engine has been pushed past its absolute limits to accommodate real-time environmental reactions. The streets are no longer populated by mindless, predictable assets walking in predetermined geometric paths. Instead, every single inhabitant of Vice City possesses an individualized routine and dynamic threat assessment matrix. If you fire a weapon, start a street fight outside a dive bar, or trigger a high-speed vehicle drift around a crowded corner, the crowd doesn't just run in a generic panic direction. They react contextualized to their immediate surroundings. Some will pull out smartphones to record the incident. Others will actively attempt to intervene, scatter defensively, or instantly call the authorities, creating a wildly unpredictable sandbox where no two encounters ever play out the same way. The sheer variety of the topography across the state of Leonida is staggeringly vast. We aren't just getting the neon-lit concrete avenues of Vice City. The map spans vast, dense ecological zones that present completely unique gameplay challenges. Take the Leonida swamplands and the sprawling grasslands, for example. The visual assets reveal a beautifully gloomy, mist-covered landscape where nature reigns supreme. Navigating these murky, unpredictable waters requires rugged, vintage airboats that displace realistic aquatic vegetation as they move. The engine handles water physics with high-fidelity accuracy, accurately calculating the deep wake, surface reflections, and fine spray generated by high-speed movement. But the environment itself is a constant threat. Beneath the surface, highly detailed alligator silhouettes glide silently through the reeds, presenting an ever-present hazard if you ever find yourself stranded outside your vehicle in the deep bayou. Vehicles have always been the namesake of this historic franchise, but the level of mechanical depth introduced here elevates the driving experience to simulation-grade quality. The physics engine dynamically calculates drag, tire friction, suspension load, and surface textures across an enormous library of rides. Think about the massive contrast in vehicle handling alone. You can pilot ultra-sleek, low-profile, modern hypercars down Ocean Drive, feeling every subtle weight shift as the tires grip the neon-reflected asphalt. Then, you can instantly hop onto a high-octane sport bike, leaning hard into tight highway corners at dusk, while sparks literally spray off the foot pegs from the extreme angles. The culture surrounding these vehicles is equally robust. From hydraulic-powered classic lowriders bouncing through sun-drenched neighborhood block parties, to high-end import tuners gathered in underground garages with highly detailed engine bays, the vehicular customizability is deeply tied to the identity of the local subcultures. When things inevitably go south and your crime spree draws the attention of the law, the response system is more calculated and brutal than ever before. The police department doesn't just spawn indefinitely behind you. They utilize advanced tactical coordination, boxing you in with aggressive roadblocks and deploying massive, heavy-duty armored police interceptor SUVs designed to pit maneuver you off the road entirely. During downpours, the intense visual fidelity shines as emergency strobes wash over rain-slicked highways, blending realistic lens flares with detailed water displacement from spinning tires. Overhead, police helicopters track your movements with blinding, high-power searchlights that cut straight through the humid nighttime air. Escaping the law requires a profound understanding of the alleyways, changing your vehicle profile, and exploiting the environment, making every single high-level pursuit feel like an earned, pulse-pounding escape, rather than a repetitive arcade chase. Rockstar's signature brand of razor-sharp cultural satire is turned up to an absolute maximum, perfectly mirroring the chaotic nature of modern online society. The world of Leonida is deeply integrated with a fictionalized, in-game social media ecosystem that actively streams public antics, viral street occurrences, and criminal behavior in real time. You'll see the absolute absurdity of the region come to life, from eccentric locals walking wild iguanas down the middle of suburban streets, to chaotic pool parties and wild stunts captured on mobile phones. This media network isn't just passive background flavor. It actively influences how the public perceives your characters. Your high-profile crimes might start trending online, altering how law enforcement monitors specific districts and changing how NPCs interact with you on the street. It's a brilliant, contemporary spin that anchors the criminal narrative perfectly in the mid-2020s landscape. Beyond the immediate chaos of the streets, the logistical scope of your operations stretches across massive smuggling networks and high-end criminal corporate ventures. Visual leaks and official clips highlight vast aircraft hangars serving as the nerve centers for illegal distribution, where players manage heavy contraband shipments, customized sports bikes, and high-performance muscle cars. You'll be coordinating airborne escape routes utilizing private business jets, flying low over the vibrant, sprawling coastal waterways of the Keys as the sun sets over the ocean. The transition from a street-level hustler to a true kingpin, orchestrating interstate operations, is seamless. It demands that players manage multiple properties, fund local crews, and establish dominant control over rival syndicates, highlighting a massive progression loop that initiating the endgame content remains incredibly engaging for hundreds of hours. As we stand on the precipice of the launch window, the excitement within the community is completely unprecedented. With millions of fans eagerly anticipating the next massive trailer drop to finally pull back the curtain on live gameplay features, the countdown is officially on. The record-shattering pre-order numbers prove that the world is more than ready to return to the sun-soaked, crime-ridden streets of Vice City and explore the vast, untamed wilderness of Leonida County. This project is shaping up to be more than just a massive technological showcase. It is the definitive culmination of decades of open-world game design. The wait is almost over, the stage is set, and a brand new era of interactive entertainment is right around the corner. Make sure your consoles are ready, get your pre-orders locked in, and let me know down in the comments exactly what feature you are most excited to experience on day one. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more breaking updates. Like, share, and subscribe.